my name is Jessel and I'm a dietitian by profession and a certified yoga instructor. Welcome to my channel Nuga Wellness. Thank you for all the love you have shown me by subscribing and liking my first video. That is the kind of encouragement we all need. If you are yet to watch it, please do watch it and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Before starting this video, first of all, let me wish every one of you a peaceful and relaxing International Day of Yoga and a very happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. In this video, I'll be sharing some basic things or clarify some basic doubts which are asked almost by everyone. Also, do watch till the end for the diet tip which is waiting for you while I wrap up this video. Avoid eating a heavy meal right before you do yoga because when you start moving, everything gets churned up and you may start to feel sick and uncomfortable if your stomach is too full. The very best time to practice yoga is before your breakfast or early evening around sunset. When practicing, wear something very comfortable which will allow you to move, stretch and breathe with ease. If you are practicing indoor, practice in a room which is well ventilated and make sure it is of an even temperature, not too cold or not too warm. It's better to avoid air conditioners while you are practicing. This will help to maintain your body temperature and enhances flexibility, also ensures that your body warms up and cools down naturally. Yoga can be done anywhere at any time and it is always advisable to have a yoga mat while you practice. It's an essential accessory for practicing yoga or rather I would say it's an only accessory required for practicing yoga. The mat provides a sort of insulation between your body and the ground which prevents any loss of heat or energy from the body to the ground and obviously for better hold and better grip so that we do not slip and it provides some cushioning to our knees, to our wrist while doing asanas which will avoid injuries. So this is why it is important that each one of you should have your own yoga mat. How to breathe? Do one really need instruction on breathing? I mean, isn't breathing so natural for our existence? Well, take a deep breath and watch over your breathing now. Place your left hand over your chest and right hand over your belly. Perform 3 deep inhalations and 3 deep exhalations with my instruction. Slowly, now inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. What did just happen? While inhaling, did you contract your belly? I mean, did you move your belly in? Or did your chest and shoulders go up and down while you inhaled? If yes, then congratulations. You just failed at breathing and you have been doing this all this time. Believe it or not, many people are breathing the wrong way, which will have a lot of side effects as you are putting your body in stress. You will not even realize that by doing it, you might be messing up with your mood, your digestion, heart, lungs, brain, etc. etc. So what's the correct way to breathe? The correct way of breathing is instead of breathing with your shoulders and chest, breathe with your diaphragm muscles and when you do that, your belly expands when you inhale. So that is when you are doing inhalation, your belly expands and when you exhale, your belly sinks in. Same concept like a balloon, when we blow air into it, it expands. The same concept. Let's try it once again. You can try this while sitting down on a chair or by sitting against the wall or you can also try this while lying down. If you are sitting, you need to sit in Sukhasana like I am sitting now. It's a relaxed sitting posture where your legs are crossed. Your legs are in the cross-leg position. Now you sit relaxed with your head, back, neck in the same line, shoulder relaxed and away from your ears, not like this or not like this, relaxed away from your ears. Make sure your lower back is not arched. Sitting like this will improve your body alignment. It is a wonderful asana for people who have desk jobs as your back becomes more stronger and steadier. It would be difficult at the start to sit straight for a very long time, but once you master it, it would be easy. If you find it difficult, then you can roll your yoga mat from one side, or you can take a towel or a bed sheet and just roll it and place it under your hips and sit over it. If you're finding this comfortable, then you can sit like this in Sukhasana. Now when you're ready, place your left hand over your chest and your right hand over your belly. Try not to move your chest and shoulders. Make it relaxed first. Make sure that your back is straight. Let's start breathing. Take in a nice deep breath. Inhale. Now your belly expands. And exhale slowly while your belly sinks in. Inhale, your belly is expanding. Exhale, your belly sinks in. Do this for 2 more times at your own pace. Alright. So you can practice this anytime, anywhere, as now you know the correct way of breathing. Yoga practice during menstruation is a controversial issue. First, remember that menstruation is just a natural process and not a disease. So there is no harm in practicing yoga during your periods. Just see to it that you avoid emotions. I'll be dealing with this topic in detail in my coming videos, where I'll be mentioning about the asanas to be avoided and to be included during your periods with some natural remedies. Last but not the least, let's talk about water intake. It would be advisable to avoid drinking water soon before or after your workout. Maintain a gap of at least 20 to 30 minutes. A normal individual without any kind of fluid restriction should drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water every day to keep himself hydrated, as every cell, tissue, organ of your body needs water to work properly. So let's move on to the last part of the video, that is the diet tip of the day. As every one of you know that fruits are the sources of many essential nutrients, but juicing them can sieve off the important component of a fruit, that is the fiber content that the pulp and the skin of the fruit has, because of which the sugar content is absorbed in the body quickly and thus leading to a spike in blood sugar levels. So it is recommended to have a whole fruit instead of juicing it, but eating them right after the meal is not a great idea, as it wouldn't get digested properly and also the nutrients may not be absorbed. So it's better to have them as a mid-morning or a mid-evening snack. And if you are a person who tends to overeat your meal, it is better to have few pieces of fruits 30 minutes before your meal so that the fiber content in the fruit doesn't allow you to overeat. If you have any doubts other than this, then you can drop them in the comment section below, as and when I progress with the videos, I'll be addressing those doubts. Till then, take care and stay tuned. Thank you for joining me, and do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.